How you doing? Happy New Year to you, and I hope you had fun in the past year, and I hope this year will be a very good one for you. Today in this video, I want to show us a little bit of a getting started video. Most of us will probably have a New Year resolution, or you just want to get started with getting your blog out there. That is what I want to show you, how to quickly get started with your blog, your website, or whatever you got to do with that. And if this is your first time you're visiting my channel, please go ahead and subscribe so you get notified when I post new videos. And if you love this video, of course, give it a thumbs up so you can see more videos like this in the future. And of course, it's good feeling for me to know that you like the videos I produce, and if you like me to make any sort of videos later in the future, you can put them in the comment section below so I get to them and see how I can meet your demands also. So let's get to the fact of the matter. Now, you want to get started with a website, you want to create something personal. It doesn't have to be super complex. Now, I have a website, Oladapo.com, which I pretty much use to do everything about me. It contains my information, contains my blogs, my latest videos, and my latest podcasts. And it's sort of an all-in-one for me. Maybe sometime later I might decide to, throw them all around and split some stuff as I grow and expand in my own journey. But the purpose of this video is to show you how to get started in a very simple way to get your brand out there, because basically your blog is part of what showcases your brand as a person, as an influencer, or whatever you are. And your website is sort of part of your identity online. And I have such, so if you probably tell me, Dara, where do I get information about you? I'll tell you, go to my website. It contains all the links you can use to contact me in a very convenient manner. Now, one thing most folks do, I know a lot of developers do this, you host your blogs on third-party services. I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but it makes a lot of sense for me that you have an ownership of your own content and your own voice. Your content is on your platform. Your content is what you own, and you have total control over it. All the blog posts I've written since 2014, 2015, I have them in my OneDrive. I can decide to put on my website tomorrow and bring it all up again and just post my blog post again, redesign it, and do all sort of stuff, because I have that content. I have total ownership of it. If these third-party platforms were to go down for some very weird reason, maybe for business sake or for technical sake, you might lose the content. And that is one of the benefits of actually owning your platform yourself. So that is what I want to show you in this hopefully short video, and I hope you gain something from it. So the first step for you when you're trying to get started with getting your website, blogs up and running, is to get a hosting platform. Now, your hosting platform will determine the kind of thing you can do with it, but mostly for someone like me, where I get super busy with other stuff, I don't want to focus on writing code for my website. I just want to design it, drag and drop, put in my blog post, and it works. So there's some automated tools for me to do that, and one of such tools is WordPress. WordPress is an easy to use platform for you to get started. My website, Oladapo.com, is hosted on WordPress. It's a WordPress website hosted on one.com. You see all this right over here? This is my landing page. You see an information about me, my latest podcast episode. Actually, this was posted at the time of this recording. The same also for the video. If you come to my website at a later future, you will see my latest video from YouTube over here and the latest episode of the podcast. This automatically is done for me that way. And then you see my latest blog post. This was the one I posted December 31st, 2020. And my 2020 H2 Media Kit, on and on like that. And pretty much you see how to contact me: LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or you can get my RSS feed if you want to, and you can always navigate through the website in a very simple way. Now, this took me roughly about say 3 hours to complete. Now, I'm not saying it might take 3 hours. In your case, it might take longer, it might take shorter, depending on your skill level, but you can get started pretty easy. So I mentioned the first thing you need to get is a hosting platform, probably the one that supports WordPress, because you want to get started quite easily. And you could just go to WordPress.com, to be honest, and get started with a subdomain on WordPress. So your website will probably be like something like daroladapo.wordpress.com. But I normally would not recommend that, because it still doesn't seriously bear your identity. You need something that can bear that, and it doesn't cost that much to actually host such stuff in a year. To be honest, it's something I hope you will be able to afford. So you get your own domain name, Oladapo.com, findboy.net, findboy.dev, findboy.tech, all sort of nice stuff like that. So you can do all sorts of nice things inside there. So I'm currently logged in with my WordPress ID here, so it's giving me a stats of all my stuff, and this is my wife's website. I'm done managing it for her. So you can see the stats on my wife's websites. She owns the domain. I can switch the website I'm managing. So if I go over here, I can use one WordPress ID to manage all these ones. So if I go over here into my own website, I can see the stats of the visits, of everything that has happened on the website, and I can see all sort of nice stuff. I don't have to write scripts for this. It's inbuilt for me. Now, one of the hosting platforms I use is one.com. I'll put the link in the description below where you can get started quite easily with one.com. So here I get my domain name and I get my hosting. So what I need to do, if you go over here to go to web hosting, WordPress hosting over here, I should be able to see the options that are available for me to host a simple WordPress website. And there are a number of plans you can choose from. Just waiting for this to load up. All right. So it gives you all the information about it. Now let's check out the plans available for WordPress hosting. So you can start with as little as £1 a month. I'm based in the UK, that's why I'm seeing it in pounds. And then it renews at £3.49 a month, £3.49p. And you can get all that information there. It says this is the most popular one, the one that gives the best value. You can decide which one you are able to afford or which one you want to put your money behind. But of course, I have mine already installed, so you want to check one that has one-click WordPress installed, because that makes your life very easy. So you probably go for Enthusiast to Explorer. You can just get started with this if this is the first time you're doing this. £3 a month, converting to my local currency of the country I'm based in, that's about 249, 2.5 times about 600. You do the maths. Okay, so once you decide that, you get a domain name also. So if I go over here and say maybe Dara, Oladapo, Fine Boy, of course your domain name should be something that is really, really nice. Okay, so of course that's not the right spelling I should have put. You get your domain name and then you add hosting to it. It will give you the total cost it will come to in a year. Just waiting for that to load up. Where it will ask me for the domain name I want to use. So my domain name is free with my hosting. So my hosting is costing me about let me see, about £35.88p a year. Pretty nice. So I continue, add to cart, pay, and check out. So I select my hosting plan right here that I want to use, and then I continue, and then just finish the checkout process on your own. Put in a card that works. Pretty much any card should work with that. So, but I currently have my hosting plan. So this is my dashboard. Don't mind the money I'm owing this folks over here. They sent me an invoice I've just refused to pay. So here, this is my dashboard. This is my control panel. And I'll go to the WordPress area. I have my email set up. I have all this stuff set up. I go to the WordPress area. And then what I want to do is do one-click WordPress installation. So once I click on that, it loads up the WordPress pages for me. So I see a list of websites I've already developed with WordPress. I have my main website. I have just one I was testing some other time. I can migrate an existing website in here. Maybe you're hosting on .wordpress.com or from other hosting platform. You can migrate that website into one.com. And then I click on the installation because I want to do this afresh. Let's say, for example, I just bought my domain name and hosting. So I'll just call this blog demo .dara.oladapo.com. That goes ahead to install WordPress for me. It installs my SQL and then does all the connection string and all those nice things behind the scenes for me. This just takes a couple of moments and then I'll be ready to go. So I'll just finish up this installation process. Now, depending on the hosting platform you're using, your interface will be different. Okay, so confirm use of weak password. I don't want to worry too much about that. Then I put in my email address. That's for me to get notifications of my what's it called, of anything going on my website. So I click on next on that. I put in blog demo over here. This will be the title of my website, just like I have Dara Oladapo over here. And then my tagline, I can put something nice. Something nice. Yep. Do I want to enable SEO on this? If I want search engines to cover my website, I'll leave it unchecked. And then I agree to terms and conditions. And then I click on continue. Up next, it should give me a list of templates that I can just install and get rolling with quickly. All you need to do is continue from the dashboard. It will bring you to, you can start the tour of this if you want to check out the features available for you. That's the one.com specific features. That's of course depending on your hosting platform. For me, I think I'll just keep this one. And what I need to do first is visit my website. And one of the benefits of me having to use this hosting platform is I get SSL certificate automatically. And pretty much I'm ready to go. So I have a sample blog post over here I can check out to modify if I wanted to, and I can see that in my posts area. If I check that out, I can see that hello world post. I can delete it if I wanted to by just clicking bin. I'll just create a simple new blog post in a little time. Then for my pages, that could probably be something I want to create for myself. I think I'll just bin this one. Now that I have my website up and running, one thing I need to do is sort of make it beautiful if I wanted to. But of course I'll just leave all the designs and stuff to you to decide how you want to do that. But my focus is just putting a blog post out there. So what I'll do first is let me manage my categories. So for example, on this website, I want to be posting about technology. So I can go to my categories area and say, hey, I want to post about software, coding, and also post about Azure. For the uncategorized one, I want to just rename this to general. So blog posts that I do not specify their categories, I could just tag them as general. Right, so I could start creating my blog posts actually from inside here, just like that. I could just start adding a new blog post and then doing an hello world on that and then posting it. But there's a simpler way I do this stuff, and that is what I want to show you. So I'll skip all these ones. I'll just go back. Right, and I use Microsoft Word to publish my blog posts. It sounds pretty weird, yeah? I'm a big Microsoft fan, don't blame me for that. And I just try to find ways to be very productive, and this platform gives me all that thing I need to do. So I go over to my Microsoft Word. I say I want to create a new document. Okay, on the new area, I'll go to the templates area, there's none that is here by default because I just reinstalled this OS. So what I'll need to do is search for a blog post template. Okay, then I can pin that over here and then click on blog posts and then create. It downloads the blog post template for me and I can just get started using it just like that. Now, I've connected my main website over here. That's my main website, Oladapo.com. If you're doing this for the first time, it will give you a prompt to add your existing website. Now, I'll click on new over here. And then I select my blog platform. For me, it's WordPress. I select that and click on next. Then I need to put in my URL. Please note, do not override this XML, RPC, PHP thing. So what you need to go ahead and do is go ahead and get the URL of your website. That's this over here. Go back into Microsoft Word and paste that over here before the slash. Then put in your username and then your password. That's something you'd have created by yourself. I tell you to remember the password also. That is fine with me. I think there's a little bit of problem with my URL, so I'll just go ahead and modify that. So let me go ahead and change. Let me check closely into that. You can see, okay, I think it's fine. It's just my eye. So I'm good to go. I can set it as default if I wanted to. In your case, it will be the website that you currently have. If it's just one, so I'll set this as default just for now. Okay, and I'll say hello world. Then I'll just put in some very nice text over here. So I'll go to my favorite website, Lipsum. Is it lipsum.com? I think so. To get some lorem ipsum text. So I want to generate about 5 paragraphs. I get my 5 paragraphs, I do a copy, and I paste it in here. Say for example, I want to add an image somewhere in my post. I can add an image. So I go to my library over here, my document library, my files, to get in one image. Okay, so I just put in one image over here. Okay, that's an image I want to use. I can do all sort of nice things with it, and then I can just decide and publish this as is if I just wanted to go live. But I want to do some more customizations on this blog post, so I'll go ahead and publish it as a draft, such that I will now go back into WordPress to do all the sort of final things I need to do on it. I can modify the category if I wanted to. I can select the website it's supposed to go to my blog demo. Go to my blog demo, not Dara Oladapo. And then I can manage my categories also here. Okay, I can manage my categories. I want to post this in general. Okay, let me republish that as draft, and I might decide to publish it just directly like that and then go ahead to modify much later on. But once I'm done with this, I can decide to save it if I wanted to, but I'll just keep the saving part of this one. So normally I save in OneDrive. So all my blog posts from way back, I have them inside here, my blog post folder. You can see everything in here. I have it all documented from 2014 up until date. So I have it published now as a draft. So if I go into the post area now and refresh, I should see that draft blog post, and then I could go ahead and edit. Now I will get the option to put in my tags, modify some stuff with it. You see all the text over here, pretty nice. This new editor I'm not so fan of, to be honest. It's something you can disable if you don't like it. For my personal website, I don't have it enabled. So featured image is one thing that is necessary for blog posts, so that your blog post can look pretty nice. So select from one of your files on the system, or select from your existing media library. So I'll select one that I already have, set it as my feature image, and then publish this blog post. Now this blog post is now live, and this is what it looks like. So this is the feature image, and these are the other images in the blog post. Now this is not as beautiful as I want it to be, so what I can go ahead and do is modify my template. So I go to customize area or to my dashboard and modify my template. So let me select, for example, this one, 2017. I don't like the view of that, to be honest. I don't know why it was there by default. So I think I like this one. I think I prefer this. Activate and publish. Now you can go ahead and change all sort of nice things over here. You can select your website logo. That's the one that would be over here instead of having WordPress over here. So I can just select one of my images in here. Okay, mostly this will be your own icon, and then you can change all sort of stuff in here if you wanted to, just part of your customizations. You can see the preview also, and then publish this. You can see it reflecting up here. Once that is published, you're fine to go. All right, you're almost good to go. If you go now to your main website, if you refresh your main website page, you would see that design right in there. This is your tagline. This is your latest blog post. I can post a new blog post if I wanted to, from Microsoft Word or any platform I'm doing this from. And the sweet part is you also have the WordPress mobile app that you can use to quickly modify your stuff on the go. Now, this is the link you would share with your friends. Say, for example, I get on Twitter and I want to post this blog post. Okay, I want to say, yeah, I'm done with this.